mean value sign and face short. So the exam is only for 30 minutes, right? I told you last week also. There will be 20 questions and all are MCQ questions, right? No short answers. So every question has only one single answer, right? And answer goes as A, B, C, D. So you have to underline the correct answer on the paper itself, right? Not circle or whatever, underline on the paper itself, right? And so there are some calculation questions as well. So you can use a calculator. Don't use your phone. You keep the phone silent and on the floor or inside your bag, right? So use only a calculator to do any calculations, right? And so you can have some rough paper, whatever, to do calculations if you require. So since it's 30 minutes, 20 questions, you have to manage your time effectively, right? I hope you all have studied and come. I told you all to study and come. But if you want, you can record your notes. But there won't be much time to juggle around your notes, right? So you have to manage the time effectively. And on the paper, on the top, there's a box. So you have to write your name and the registration number correctly, right? So you know your registration number, right? By memory? So you have to write the registration number correctly. And right after 30 minutes, I will collect your papers, right? And this paper consists of 20 marks, 1 mark for each question. And there are no negative marks. So if it's right, you get 1. For online students, we will start sharp at 4 because I told them earlier it's 4. But for you all, since you all are here, I can start earlier. Paper under 10 minutes extra for them too because they have to download the paper, fill it and then PDF it and then upload. For any technical difficulties, I will give extra 10 minutes for them. You all are not disheartened by that, no? Okay, so that is for them. Are you all comfortable now with the way you all are speaking? The ones who are at the back, either clear or not? It's either put it in the meter again. You all? No, you are fine, no? But can't copy, yeah? Copy කරනවා දැක්කොත් ගන්නවා papers එක කෙලින්ම cancel කරනවා. හරි? You can't even look at other people's papers. The ones who are joining from online, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I cannot hear you, right? Let me know once you finish signing up.
Especially what you could make there, but let's say restaurant, you can't get it.
Today the previous lecture,
The same.
same thing. I mean today, during today. But the students say the lecturer can't hear you. Yeah, I told the IT to adjust it and keep it. Why the phone sign that? Everyone sign? Why? Sorry. This is not our mates. Calling it paper then. The students are joining online. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, we can hear
But
you.
Tuesday I cannot hear.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Let me know once you finish signing, then we can start. Finish signing. Where is the signing sheet? So don't get disturbed if I talk to the online students, right? Try not to get disturbed and do your work, okay? Okay, students who are joining online, can you all switch on your video now? Everyone, please switch on your video.
Mga ganun natin. Mga ganun. Mas pero
Then come to pay on that.
Hola. Ponelo, me carrega. Jangan nongol. Apa dia? Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Mukha tayo nagkaroon. Nah, di sini, no, namanya kita mesti ini. Namanya kini mesti ini. Oh, dia
Can somebody speak, please? Just to check whether I can hear you.
Yeah, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Ayo, apa ini?
Hello.
Hello.
If you all finish signing, please send the signing sheet forward.
Kan kailangan ka na pag oh.
Can you hear me? ඇහෙන්නද? මං කියන මුකුත් ඇහෙන්නද?
No.
ඇහෙන්නේ නැහනේ.
Audio में कर लो मुझे क्या बोले ऑडियो में मैसेज के लिए वीडियो कर करना पड़ता है
දැන් ඇහෙනවද?
Yes, I can hear now.
अरे
Finish signing the tender sheet? Kadang එක. Okay, can you all hear me now? Can somebody speak, please?
Yeah, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you too. So, good afternoon. Welcome to the Principles of Economic Mix and Test Examination. Everyone, please switch on your video. And you have to keep your video switched on throughout the examination, right? You cannot use your mobile phone or you cannot stand from where you're sitting and move around, right? During this 30 minutes, you have to stay seated. And I will upload your paper to LMS at 4. So you can download the paper And for you guys, I have uploaded an answer sheet. I hope you all saw it in the LMS, right? It's a Word document, so download it now. And you can fill in your name and the registration number in it, right? And keep it ready. So once you get your exam paper, you can read the questions and type the right answer in the box in front of each question number. So you have to type the answer, right? So once you complete all answers, that is 20 questions, then you have to save it as a PDF document. So when you're saving it, you have to name it from your registration number, and then you have to upload your answer script to the link created in the LMS using your registration number. Right? I hope I'm clear. I have written all those instructions even in your LMS under the assignment tab. I have written them so you can read it. And so I will be giving you an extra 10 minutes because there will be some time for you to download the paper, upload the paper, all that for any technical difficulties you face. But meantime, if you face any technical issue, difficulty, you are supposed to email me right away. Okay? Or else you can talk. I mean, you're logged in the Teams, so you can talk to me and tell if you're facing any technical difficulty. If and also send me an email, right? We will start the physical exam first, and then I will upload your paper, right? So you can start your examination now. Did everyone get to paper?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes, students who are joining online. Now your
Teacher,
paper is uploaded to LMS. So you can start downloading your paper. It's uploaded to LMS now. You can download your paper, read the instructions carefully, and answer in the given answer sheet. Is that okay? Any issue?
Yeah, ma'am, I have already downloaded the paper.
Sorry?
I already downloaded the paper from LMS.
Okay, no issue, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. You can write answers. Type the correct answer in the given answer sheet. Okay? That is the Word document. If you face any technical difficulty during the examination, please tell me.
hello, teacher. Can you hear me? Hello, teacher. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Tell me.
Ma'am, I cannot find paper in LMS.
Sorry?
I cannot find paper. Examination
It's
paper. I
in
cannot.
LMS.
Yeah, I just log in and I just went midterm
Under
test.
LMS, under assessment, if you go down, you will find mid-semester exam MCQ paper. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, under assessment, you will find mid-semester exam MCQ paper. Did you see it?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I will download. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so you can download. And you have to write the answers on this Word document which I have uploaded here, midterm test MCQ examination answer sheet. In that, in front of each question number, you have to type your correct answer. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please switch off your mic if you are not talking. The students are joined online. Switch off your mic. Everyone is supposed to switch on your camera. I can see few students have switched off it. Can you please switch it on? Student number 041. Can you switch on your camera? Student number 033, 037, 022,
Hello,
044,
hello.
020. Yes.
Madam, can you hear me?
Yes.
My number is 041. I have already switched on my camera.
I cannot see you.
I can
check?
see I can see myself in the
041. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. You're okay. No problem. 020 Rikas, are you there in the meeting? Have you switched on your video? Zero to zero Rikas, can you hear me? I cannot see your video. You are clearly instructed to switch on your video. If you don't do that, your results will not be taken into consideration. If you have an issue, you have to tell me. One final announcement for 202216 EXP 020 Ricard. Please switch on your video. If you have any issue or any reason, you have to send me an email now. You only have 10 minutes more. Now the time is 4:30. Please stop writing. Stop writing and check whether you have written your registration number and the name correctly and hand over your paper. Don't talk until we collect your paper. Do not talk. The ones who are logged in online, please stop writing. The time allocated for your paper is over. Make sure you have entered your answers correctly in the given Word document. In front of every question, you have written your answers correctly. And make sure you have written your name and the registration number correctly as well. And now convert your Word document file to a PDF and save it using your registration number and upload it to the LMS. The link created in the LMS, here is the link. You can go inside that link and you can upload your answer. Okay. So you can start uploading your answers. So far, I don't see any uploads. So please upload your answer to the link created in the LMS. So you only have 10 minutes for that. By 4:40, the link will not be available. So do it soon. Convert your document to a PDF and submit your answers to the link which is created. You only have 9 minutes more. Keep your video switched on, don't switch it off.
Hello, madam. Hello. Hello.
Yes, you have any concern?
Yeah, madam, I cannot find the link. Shall I email the
Can you
answer sheet
email
to you?
it immediately? Can you email that to Miss Methma
Oh.
as well as Miss Hashara?
Okay.
You have the email address?
Miss Hashara, I don't have, but Miss
Send
Methma,
it to
I
Miss
have.
Methma. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you upload your answer script?
I can't find the link.
So
Any
Miss
issues?
Miss Methma, one person had an issue. So 041, right? And I 041 had an issue. I told to send an email to you as well as copying Miss Hashara. And I think another person has some issue. Who was that?
For me, I can't find the link to upload it actually. Yeah, I
What?
refreshed it, but I can't find.
Okay, so we have just sent a email address hashara.fernando@casrilanka.org and also Miss Methma's email address. Immediately email if you have an issue.
Where I can find the email address?
In the chat. Initially, just send the email, the document. Then as a reply, you can send, the email body. I have sent in the chat both the email addresses. Can you see?
No, I can't save since I have joined as a guest.
Okay, so it's
Could you
it's
please?
Hashara, HASHARA dot Fernando at casrilanka.org. If somebody can post in a group that you are in, these two email addresses,
Yeah, could you please? Yes.
anyone who can immediately send those to. If anyone thinks that you have had a problem or you're not sure that your paper got uploaded, then please send it to these two emails.
Teacher, I cannot find. I cannot upload.
Then can you please email immediately? Can you see the two
Okay.
email addresses
Okay.
in the chat?
Okay, I'm trying.
Just quickly send the document without any email body. Then to that, please reply later. Immediately send the document to these email addresses.
Can you just reply to?
And do not leave until Miss Methma confirms that the email is received. Okay.
Wait, desktop.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
044, were you able to send the email?
I have
No,
sent.
I just I submitted.
You submitted on the LMS. Anyway, send the email as well. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying.
Then N Hasif, you have to rename by what is your registration number. You have to rename your team's name
Okay, I'll read.
at least now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else, yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll send you a message.
Yeah, a call. All right, those who sent the email, right? Those who sent the email, I think it's 041, 044, and 027, right? Can you also email me, right? I will showcase it on, yeah. Let me show it on the screen for you all to see. So what you need to do is, do not send me a fresh email. Please simply forward what you sent to Miss Methma. As you can see in this document, can you see?
Student number, I will read out the students who have uploaded to LMS and confirm your paper. So once I confirm your paper, you can leave the meeting, right? Only once I confirm the paper, okay? 019, Dileepa Sakitantri, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have received your paper. You can leave the meeting. Number 114. Are you there, Fernando?
That's me. That's my registration number.
Okay, we have received your paper. You can leave the meeting.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
022 Karunarathna.
Yeah, ma'am.
We
Can
have
you hear me?
received your paper. You can leave.
Okay. Thank you.
105.
Yes, madam.
105 SP Vijay Sundara. Are you there?
Yes, madam. Yes.
We have received your paper. You can leave the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
027 M Hazi.
Yeah, ma'am.
We have received your paper.
Thank you.
Please log back later on for the lecture. Right? This is just to confirm your paper submission. 029. Are you there? 029. 029 Farlin. We have received your paper. These are LMS submissions. 033 NMT Vijay Singha. We have received your paper.
Thank you, ma'am. 043. We have received your paper to LMS.
Yes.
044. We have received your answer script to LMS. 037
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Sandavan.
Yes, ma'am.
We have received your paper to LMS.
Okay.
One 174.
Yes, ma'am.
174. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we have received your paper to LMS.
Okay, ma'am, I had some issue when I'm converting it to PDF, but still I send the email also.
Okay, okay.
This Methma, I have received.
063.
Sorry, I have received 174 PDF.
We have received your paper to LMS.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
We have only received 12 answer scripts to LMS.
Miss Methma, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have received 027. Repeat. 027, no, 16 EX. Yeah. Hasif's paper 16 EXP 142. 16 EXP.
Yeah, that is already confirmed, ma'am. Yeah, I've
Okay.
sent both. Yeah.
Okay, then another paper I got, Chanika's 044's paper I got. Can you check? EXP 044, 44.
And I already submitted to LMS also, ma'am.
Okay, then that paper's done. Then also I have received 174. 174. Right? So how about 041?
Oh.
041, did you send me?
Yes, madam, I have sent to you.
I have not got. Let me check my spam. No, I have not
sent.
received. I have not received. tilini.n@sjp.ac.lk.
No, I was sent to Harsha Fernando and Miss
Hashara.
Methma.
Okay, can
Yeah.
you also send to this what I'm sharing now? Forward that document
Yes.
to this email address that I am showing on the screen. Can you see this
No,
one?
madam. Give me 1 second, madam.
Yeah. Just forward that, not a fresh email, please.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Did anyone else have any problem?
Irini, can you message me the numbers you received via
Ye-
Teams?
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. How many papers you got?
I have received 3 papers, but they have
In the
been
LMS,
uploaded.
there are only 12.
12. Okay, okay. So, what are the missing numbers? We'll have to check, right?
Miss,
Yes.
I'm
Anyway, you send me the
041.
numbers you have received. If anybody has not sent the answer script even by now, we cannot consider the answer script.
Okay, okay, right. So I will send you.
Madam, I had just now sent my answer sheet. It's 041. Can you just check whether you have received
041
it?
received, yes.
Okay,
041
okay.
received.
Thank you, madam.
Then also I received 038. So I will 038 also I have received. Okay. Srivardhana, yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Email. Okay, so the examination is over and let's start the usual lesson. I hope everybody who did the exam logged back to the teams. How was the paper? Easy or difficult? Huh? Easy or difficult or average? Average. Okay, good. That is good. Okay, sorry? Boring. What did you say? Okay, let's see how you have scored marks later. Okay, so we are going to discuss, this is also a long topic, but I'm trying to cover very quickly this content. I thought we'll have about 1 hour, but we only have half an hour now, right? So these are the learning outcomes. So this is again part of macroeconomics, right? When we talk about macroeconomics, another area of concern is this unemployment and inflation, right? So these are the learning outcomes. Quickly go through the learning outcomes by yourself. Whatever possible, we will cover today, and whatever impossible to cover, I will give as the next assignment, right? You have another assignment, which is going to be a group report and a presentation. So I will announce that assignment next week, and you will have time to finish off everything and by the final session of the series, right? So it will be out of certain topics which we will not be able to cover today, right? Okay. First of all, unemployment. What does that simply mean? Yeah, simple terms. You don't have a job. You are not employed, right? So this is a definition for unemployment. An unemployed person is defined as one who remains without work or job, even though he or she is willing to work. Okay? Work for pay or any other economic benefit. So those who are not willing to work and staying at home willingly, they are not coming under unemployment category. The ones who are willing to work, looking for a job, but still not employed, right? So this is how you calculate unemployment rate. You take the unemployed workers divided by the total labor force in the economy multiplied by 100, right? These are some simple concepts, so don't have to go in detail. I'm sure you will understand this quickly, right? So I'll try to go very little fast, okay? So these are the types of unemployment. So there are three types of unemployment. One is cyclical unemployment, structural unemployment, frictional unemployment, right? If you take cyclical unemployment, that is usually happening due to the due to the changes in economic cycles, right? So we know every economy moves in cycles, right? So for economies, it moves like this. So there are booms, there are recessions, right? So during a recession time period, okay, what happens when there's a recession? There won't be much demand for goods and services. As a result, the production in a country will drop, right? So when the production of goods and services reduces, what will happen? Certain businesses will close down, or they will, scale down their operations. Then they might lay off employees, right? Or they might freeze, freeze any hiring of employees. As a result, unemployment will take place. Okay, but opposite side, when there's economic growth, right? The economy grows. It kind of expands. You produce more goods and services. New investment coming. The businesses expand. So therefore, they will recruit more employees, and unemployment will reduce as a result, right? So that is called cyclical unemployment. Only during recession time period, you see that unemployment, after that you recover. So usually such unemployment stay for a medium term, in the sense more than 1 month, but less than a year. So within a year, that problem gets solved, right? But if you take the other type, which is structural unemployment, that is more long-term type of unemployment. Okay? Now, this occurs when there's a mismatch between jobs that are available and what people are looking for. So that is simply a mismatch between demand and supply. Organizations require for a particular skill or a profession, but in the market, there's no supply for such skill. So there's a mismatch between what organizations look for and what people are able to offer. So there's a skill mismatch, skill or education, qualification or experience, whatever, there's a mismatch. So such a mismatch, it's quite difficult to solve quickly. So it takes time to solve such a problem. So that is a structural unemployment issue, because you have to work a lot, probably have to train the employees, have other vocational training programs or any other qualifications. So such things should be done to avoid structural unemployment, right? Then education system, everything has to change, so that will take longer time, right? The other type of unemployment is frictional unemployment. That is very short-term unemployment. That usually happens when people move between jobs in the labor market, right? Now, when you, for example, let's say you decide to leave your job, right? So you give resignation, and there's a time period you join the next organization. So let's say it's 1 month, right? So during that 1 month, you're unemployed, right? Until you leave one job and join the next job. That short time period, you're unemployed. So that's called frictional unemployment, right? Because it takes time for a person to find a suitable job and go for it. Plus, organizations also take some time to find a suitable candidate and fill any job vacancy. So there's usually 1 month or 3 month time gap like that, which is considered under unemployment, which comes under frictional unemployment. Is that clear? Okay. So these are the types of unemployment. And in unemployment, there's an economic cost. Okay. Can you quickly read through this slide? It's very self-explanatory. Read the first point. The cost of unemployment can be for the society or to the economy, right? So one of the costs of unemployment is that, let's say there's a particular unemployed individual in your family, okay? Then what will happen? So that person will depend on other employed individuals in your family. So there's a burden for the others to, provide for the unemployed people, right? So when a person is depending on someone else for income and other requirements for a very long time. Now this doesn't happen probably for small children, but when it's an adult, over time there's some social issues happening, like that person should get depressed, and that's a reason for youth unrest in a country, or domestic violence, any social and political issues, right? So there are a lot of people around the world who are fighting for unemployment-related issues, especially youth. Okay, that's a cost of unemployment. It's a more of a social cost. And when there's a high rate of unemployment, that's a burden for the government as well, right? Unemployed means they're not earning any income. They cannot, satisfy their needs and wants. Then the government has to support, or rather, government is supposed to look at the social welfare, so they have to make sure the ones who can't afford certain goods and services are getting them free of charge, right? So probably, health, education, or even like food subsidies. Now in Sri Lanka, our government won't provide any such food subsidies for unemployed people. But in other countries, if somebody is unemployed, no jobs, there's some sort of a incentive given for them, right? So that's a cost for the government. And that cost has to be borne by the taxpayers of that country. So that directly affects other people in the country. So the entire society is bearing that burden, right? So that's another cost of unemployment. And the other problem is unemployment means that your economic resources of the country are not utilized. They are underutilized. If all the people in the country are not being utilized for the gross domestic production process, that means you have not reached the maximum capacity or maximum resource utilization of your country. So you have learned about production possibility curves now. So if this is your PPC curves, unemployment means you're lying somewhere here. You have not reached the maximum potential situation. That means there's a loss for that economy as a whole. You're underutilizing your resources of the country, right? And that will decrease the output level produced in that country, and it will also affect economic growth and development negatively. Is that clear? Okay. And also you can add on to this list like increase in poverty levels and what happens due to poverty levels, and those issues also you can add on to this list. So unemployment rates in Sri Lanka, so try to find more recent rates. So in 2021, it was 5.1%. 2022, I was able to find only up to third quarter, which is 5%, right? So this is how unemployment has behaved over the years since 2014 to 2022, right? You can see in 2000, latter end of 2019 to 2021, there have been very high rates. So that is probably due to the pandemic, right? There were a lot of factories and whatnot being closed down, and people might have lost their jobs, right, due to COVID pandemic. And it has come down to a really low level by 2022 because probably we started back a lot of operations like factories and stuff started back. So unemployment reduced, but again, it has taken a growing direction in the latter end of 2022 due to the economic crisis probably, right? So you can study there. So these are some of the statistics, unemployment statistics, age-wise and gender-wise, right? So you can take a look at them leisurely. And education-wise, some unemployment statistics. But these information I was able to find only for the first quarter of 2022. And that particular census and statistics department have issued a document, like a report. I have attached it into your LMS so you can read them thoroughly, okay? I have taken these graphs from them. So how can you reduce unemployment? Right? These are ways in which you can reduce unemployment. One is expand production activities which are happening within the country by encouraging more direct investments. It can be domestic direct investments or foreign direct investments. Attract more investments, start up new businesses, and try to expand your production so that it will create more employment opportunities, right? Then reform the education system in order to meet the requirement of the modern job market. So that is a solution which you can take for that structural unemployment issue. To create a match between demand and supply for employment, make sure your education system is up to date and it supports the skill requirement of the country. Okay. And also another option available is increase foreign employment opportunities. If your people cannot find jobs within your country, find foreign employment opportunities for the people, right? So at least they can go elsewhere and work, and especially if there are very specific skilled employees, very skilled or skilled employees who don't have the suitable jobs within the country, encourage them to go outside where that opportunities are available, right? Even the government can sponsor them or coordinate such activities. So even in Sri Lanka, we have this Foreign Employment Bureau, which is doing this task. So in one hand, it solves the unemployment issue. Also, it will bring in foreign currency for the country. Creating awareness among the general public in order to change the negative perceptions for certain professions or industries. Sometimes there are certain businesses, there are certain industries which require people to work. But people don't have the attitude to go and work in those industries, right? Now, for example, if you take agriculture industry in Sri Lanka, there's a drastic reduction of people employed in agricultural industry. But we need agriculture. Sri Lanka was heavily agriculture based earlier. But we need people for that, but people are moving away from that. So probably you have to match the industries and people and the attitudes and the benefits people receive out of the jobs which are in those industries have to be properly matched at the macro level, right? So that is another thing. And also there are certain expanding industries in the world such as ICT, okay? Then construction and financial service, construction industry, financial services, BPOs and things like that are increasing in the world, right? So if you can attract people or like educate people in the country to suit these new upcoming industries, then we can solve this unemployment issue. Okay. Then let's move on to inflation. Okay. So any questions on those unemployment related aspects? So I actually covered the basic theoretical aspects of it. The practical and the application part will be given to you as an assignment. Okay. Okay. So the basics are only I'm touching upon. Any questions on that? Okay, no questions. Then inflation. What is inflation? What is inflation in your words? Do you know what inflation is? Are you affected by inflation? Look at that egg flying up. What is inflation? Yes, exactly. Price inflation refers to continuous increase in general price level of an economy over a long period of time. So it doesn't mean just a short increment in prices, right? If the prices of goods and services are continuously rising in an economy, that is called inflation. Is inflation good or bad? Those who say inflation is good. Those who say it's bad. Everyone's raising your hand. Okay. So let's see whether it's good or bad. Okay. So alternatively, this is a situation where purchasing power of the domestic currency unit continuously decrease. So prices of goods and services are rising means the purchasing power of the domestic currency or real value of money is decreasing. So in other words, rupee is depreciating. Okay. So how do you calculate inflation? Do you know? How do you calculate inflation? This is how you calculate inflation. You take the consumer price index for the current period minus consumer price index for previous period divided by CPI for previous period into 100. That's a basic calculation. There are other ways of calculating it as well, right? There are different types of inflation. Okay? First one is called co-inflation. What is co-inflation? The persistent, non-reversible trend of price movement by separating short-run fluctuations from the headline inflation, the inflation measured by using available price indices. So let's say whatever you calculated earlier was headline inflation, right? Through the normal formula, okay? So from your headline inflation figure, now for example, let's say headline inflation is 20%. Okay? When you reduce Now, there are some temporary fluctuations which happen during an economic time period, right? So, all of that is considered into this headline inflation. Okay. So, you have to remove these temporary fluctuations which are happening in an economy, like temporary certain goods and services prices may rise or decline, but those are temporary fluctuations. So once you remove those temporary fluctuations, what you are remained with is called co-inflation. Now, co-inflation is something which you cannot reverse back, right? Over time, that has increased the prices, but you cannot go back. Now, temporary fluctuations, you can do some remedies and adjust. But co-inflation, you cannot go back, right? Now, for example, let's say now there were times where your grandparents might be saying that you bought a loaf of bread for 2 rupees. There were times like that, right? But now, how much the bread prices have increased? So, can you go back to 2 rupees? No, that's because co-inflation. But there are some temporary fluctuations when, let's say, wheat flour price increase, wheat flour price decrease. Product farm area prices estimated whenever that can adjust over a long time, but the co-inflation which has happened over a very long time, it cannot reverse. Okay, so in the headline inflation, that temporary fluctuations are there. So once you reduce it, whatever is remaining, let's say 5%, that will be your core inflation. Is that clear? Okay. So headline inflation is mostly subject to large and temporary fluctuations arising from supply side shocks. So there are demand side shocks, demand pull inflation and supply push inflation is there. Right, so we will not go to discuss those things. It's not there in your syllabus outline. But basically, demand for goods and services, supply of goods and services adjust inflation, right? Okay, the other type of inflation is double digits inflation. So that simply means if your inflation situation is between the range of 10% to 100%, then it's called a double digit inflation. Now, Sri Lanka is in a double digit inflation situation. But some time ago, I mean, not very long time ago, about 2-3 years back, we had a single digit inflation figure. But now we are in a double digit inflation figure. So we are moving towards a, like negative aspects of inflation, right? Then hyperinflation is a situation where the annual rate of inflation reached 1000% or more. So that's a really unbearable level. So a country which faces hyperinflation will definitely experience a breakdown of the economy, right? So have there been countries who have been in hyperinflation? What are those countries? Oh my God, Sri Lanka is not there yet and don't even hope for it. We are not hyperinflation, we are here, double digit. We haven't reached 1000%. එහෙමනම් ඉතින් මුකුත් කරන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Sorry? Venezuela maybe. I don't know. Zimbabwe for sure is in hyperinflation. And there have been certain other countries. Now, for example, Germany has been in hyperinflation situation in 1920 to 1923, that time period. But still they have recovered. Even China has been in hyperinflation after World War II, I think. So those countries have been there, but they have recovered back. So there is some positive hope. Let's say some miracle happen in this miraculous country, and then we will come back to our usual level. Okay. Okay, then I didn't want to talk about the disadvantage, issues of inflation and things like that. I'm sure all of you all are aware of it, right? And probably I might give you that for assignment for you all to discuss, right? Just wanted to bring in this concept of deflation. Now, what is deflation? Continuous decrease in general price level of an economy over a long period of time, right? So relatively over a very long period of time, if the prices of goods and services reduce, then that is called deflation. Is deflation good? You like it, no? Because the prices are reducing. But actually, deflation has certain unfavorable effects to an economy. Okay? One is it discourages investment. Why? If prices of goods and services are reducing, imagine that you're an investor, you're doing a business. You invest money on a business, right? Expecting for a particular ROI, return on investment. That means the profit what you can generate. So let's say last month, the profit is dependent upon the selling price. So you price a product at a certain price, let's say 100 rupees. This month, if you can sell it only for 90, then that is next month, if you can sell it for only 80, imagine the income you can generate, revenue you can generate, reduces, your profit reduces. So you invested some time back, but when you're looking at ROI for future, your ROI will keep on decreasing. So will people invest? No, it will discourage investment. Macroeconomic could break down and it will bring in uncertainty, and also it will increase unemployment and poverty. And the optimum or the highest point of deflation issue also could lead to economic recession and depression. Is that clear? So deflation is no good. Inflation is good, but at a healthy level, right? Not double digits. So if your inflation is around 3%, 4%, 2, 3, 4, less than, let's say 5, it's good. 5 to 10, not so good, but bearable. But going beyond 10 is the issue. That's what we are facing in Sri Lanka now. Is that clear? So there has to be an inflation in a country, but at a healthy level of inflation is required. Okay, deflation is not good. Is that clear? Any questions? Any questions? So with that, we are ending. Actually, some of the parts of your learning outcomes I could not cover, right? But I'm hoping to give them as an assignment so you learn those learning outcomes as well, right? So I will announce what is the group assignment. That will be a report and a presentation next week. Okay. Now here I can see some students I have never seen in the class. Have you come just for the midterm test? Now we have had so many classes before. How many classes? Now these students I know, I have seen them, what, either one and off, I have seen them. So those who are sitting in the middle, how many times have you come from? In the first class? How many times have you? Do you have enough evidence to write the final exam? Who else? Have you tried to all them? You joined the what about you? You think how many class? One or two. Next week I will check the attendance. Okay. So next week I'm hoping to see everyone. Those who decided to make a presence today. for the midterm test, let's see the deliver continue for the next two part. Have you come? How many? Only for 3 days. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so next week, let's start aggregate demand and expenditure and 5 weeks. Thank you very much. No, you don't have to. That's the definitely. What's your name? What the pen and number? Pen Okay. Yeah, they're coming. They're there. Okay. Then consumer price index එකට products ගොඩක් බලපානවනේ. ඒ category products ගොඩක් ගන්නවා. ඒ වගේ ඔක්කොගේම prices එකතුව generate බලලා තමයි price index. ඒකට එක item එකක fluctuation එක individual එකට බලපාන්නේ නැහැ. Overall, a product basket of goods එකට ඒ ගොඩක් products include කරනවා. ඒ ඔක්කොගේම prices වැඩි වෙනවා නම් තමයි inflation එකට බලපාන්නේ. එහෙනම් ඔය කාලෙන් කාලට ඒක products වල prices අඩු වෙනවා වැඩි වෙනවා. But then පහුගිය කාලේ හැම product එකේම products prices වැඩි වෙනවා. එතකොට ඒක කෙලින්ම consumer price index එකට බලපානවා. එතකොට තමයි inflation වැඩි වෙන්නේ.
group එකක් එක තමයි
Group එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකේ include කරලා තියෙන essential goods and services. බිත්තර එතකොට ඒ වගේ ගොඩාක් ඒවා include කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ හැමදේම consider කරලා තමයි අරක බලන්නේ. ඔය ඉස්සර argument එකක් තිබ්බා ඔය gas fuel මේ දේවල් include කරන්න ඕන කියලා දැන් include කරලාද දාන්නේ. ඒ calculation එකට include කරනවා. මොකද ඒවත් ලොකු අපේ මාසික ආදායමින් ලොකු portion එකක් ඒවටත් යනවනේ. Hey. 2 hours මොකද මට දැන් අර එක lesson එකක් තියෙනවා ඇතුලේ ඒකේ importance එක තෙල්ලිනිස් තමයි කරන්නේ ඒ ටික. එයා තාම මෙයාගේ පපා තාම සෙකම් වලන්නේ. ඔව්. ඒ නිසා ඒක තාම කරන්න අමාරුයි කිව්වා. ඒ නිසා මම ඒක කරනවා දැන්. Aggregate demand and expenditure එක ටිකක් complex එකක්. හැබැයි 2 hours නිසා ඉක්මනට කරන්නත් වෙනවා. බලන්නකො. කරපු ඒවානේ ඔව් ඒ වලට කරපු ඒවානේ ඔව් අරවා ඒ level වලට touch නොවිච්ච ඒවා ඔව් ඔව් තිබ්බනේ ඔව් බලන්නකො හරි Thank you so much for the students who joined online.